expand. But in order for it to expand to be other people who have put in all that time, I need money. In order to get money, I need to work and show proof of concepts to companies to invest in me because they see the work is done. In order to do those proof of concepts, I need money. It's sort of like, yo, you need to get ID if you want to drive. How do I get ID? You need ID to get ID. What? That's so stupid.
It's like when you apply for an entry-level job out of college, and it's like, minimum requirements 5 years of experience. How do you already have experience for a job you're taking to get experience?
So guess what ends up happening? You have to just do it yourself. That's it. That's how you get the experience. Go and become experienced. And that's what EMP is going through right now. The only problem here is that EMP is going through a very lengthy thing, which is why I'm even streaming right now, because it's so frustrating. So he goes on to say, I know you are blacklisted, but if you feel that way, that means it's true you did some shady stuff back in the days. So is EMP
now it comes to the crux and cause of everything.
So is EMP a talent development company or gaming team? Okay, so let's address this statement and question right here. One, no, you don't have to do anything shady to get blacklisted. You could just be blacklisted because of your race, your age, your creed, your gender, or your religion, or your political affiliation.
Well, no, that's what's used for the guise of blacklisting. People blacklist just because they don't like you, but that's what's used like.
Yes, exactly. So the reality is, I'm like, okay, you have to look at it like this, right? Okay, you say why companies don't want to work with me. But the former president of Nintendo is like, Triforce is a force in the video gaming industry, and he considers me his friend, and what I've done for him. He said, why would a former president of Nintendo say that if I was a scumbag? Number two, if I'm so shady and such a scumbag, and I know you didn't say I was Crimson, you did put a question mark there, so you're just asking. But so my answers to you are rhetorical questions. If I was such a scumbag, I should be in prison. There are people who have done far worse than I am accused of in the gaming scene who aren't blacklisted. So you'd have to look that one up. But you went on to say then, so is EMP a talent development company or a gaming team? Empire Arcadia is an esports brand, a gaming team, a talent development company. I wouldn't even say talent.
I mean, all that's.
We're just a development company.
It's much better to just say it's an esports organization, because all that stuff like the esports team and talent development
and the brand,
that's all
under
synonymous with an organization.
Yeah.
So it's better to do organization. Those are all internal functions of the organization.
Like our CEO here for the stream is saying, yes, we're an esports organization with all those functions. How did you get Dragalia?
I hate to tell you, but I'm putting in.
What
I'm putting in my 2 weeks for EMP.
Oh, okay.
My 2 weeks notice.
2 week notice.
All right. Oh shit, that's a cool shirt.
For HR department. Oh shit, what's our HR department?
Yo, this guy had a.
Hey, Alice, would be our HR department real quick.
This guy had a godlike shirt on, dude, but he covered his shirt. Crap.
You're a female. You fit in for HR.
Whoa, man.
So, let me see something. That was question. That's it. Wait, why were you blacklisted? I'm blacklisted for several reasons. One, a lot of people, especially in the fighting game community, the earliest form of blacklisting was literally 1 year after.
Before you go on Triforce, just as an overall summary, because there's like a million instances of why, right?
I just want to give the first one.
Alright, you give it the first one, but like the general thing is just a recurring pattern. That was important.
Yeah, but you can explain that one. I'll let you explain the rest. I'll just explain the first one. The first blacklist EMP ever got was in 2003, late 2003. No, it was it was late 2003. We won Evolution. No one had ever seen who I was or knew who I was ever. earlier in that year, Justin and Sanford, Justin won the UCLA Marvel 2 competition, and Justin was like, "Hail to the Empire!" And we were the organization was mentioned in Tips and Tricks books, and everyone's like, "What? Who the hell is Empire Arcadia?" And there's like this guy called Triforce runs Empire Arcadia, and so people was like, "Who the hell is Triforce? Who the hell is Triforce?" And when they saw Justin and Sanford dominating the fighting game scene in 2003, everyone was like, "This guy Triforce is a smart guy because like he got the best players in his side, and he's trying to make a team." Even Mike Ross said that, like, this guy knows what he's doing, whatever the case may be. Then people saw me for the first time, and they saw a black guy, and people in the fighting game go, "I thought Triforce was a white guy." And then it was, "He's an idiot. What is he doing? Why is he telling these kids not to go to school and play video games?" I'm like, what? When the hell did I ever say that? And blah blah blah. And then
they already weren't going to school. They already were playing video games.
Yeah. So I'm like,
you just gave them a productive out.
When they didn't know my race, it was, this guy is smart for getting the top players and trying to make it a sport. The minute they found out I was black, it was the opposite. And then I'm a scam artist. When all the top players started coming into the team because Justin was on the team, they started saying I was going around recruiting these players and lying to them, telling them I'm going to pay this. And when in reality, no, these guys just joined because they just wanted to be on the winning team with Justin Wong. That's just like the raw truth about it. So I didn't go asking for any of these people to come joining. They all just wanted to be on the team because Justin was on the team. Just like when Justin left in 2010, we had ourselves the first mass depopulation of EMP. It's called the first Great Fallout. Like a huge chunk, 50% of the fighting game force died because they just left. Once Justin wasn't there, Ricky Ortiz left. Well, Marin left before Ricky Ortiz. Arturo left. All these guys just started leaving and whatever. And we the only people who stayed behind, 99% of the people who stayed behind were black. The Dominions, the Sanfords, the Gerons, like the Denkais, the Rodneys, those are the people that stay behind, the black guys. Those are the this was during the first Great Fallout. So I just had to rock with who I got. The second Great Fallout is when the team was still winning. Justin was on Evil Genius. EMP would have team battles against Evil Genius at Evo and all the big majors, and EMP would win the majority of those fights. And they're like, the only reason why Empire Arcadia is alive is because Triforce has Sanford and the rest of these players. If we take all of Triforce's players away, EMP will die. 2013, the end of 2013 came, we lost the gaming house. 2014 rolled around, we lost Sanford, we lost CD Jr., we lost Yipes, we lost Persia, we lost Dominion, we lost Kramer, we lost another 30 to 40 player fallout. And this was called the second Great Fallout. And then I was homeless and I was in the street. And
then like a year and a half later, that's when all the money started coming into the FGC.
Yes. So it was bad timing for us. So then Triforce realized that in order for EMP to survive, I have to absorb EMP into me, because it was only myself, KDZ, Jerron, Rasan, Dragon God. It was only a handful of players left in the team, just a handful of players. So if I didn't absorb the brand into me, and then I had to go on TV in Jamaica, I had to go to TV in France, I had to do Guinness World Records in 2016. If I didn't do any of those things, there would be no content to keep EMP relevant as a brand for anyone to care or invest into us. So literally from 2014 all the way to 20, even till this day, EMP's literal brand is because Triforce, the character, is what's keeping EMP alive. But I don't want it to be Triforce. Triforce cannot sustain EMP infinitely, forever. It's a finite amount of power Triforce has. So that's why I have to try to start branding out EMP to other players, which is why
you can tell his stamina's running out because he's starting to get gray hairs.
That too. So all right, let me read the rest of what he's saying. So he said that blacklisted. 1 second, I gotta catch up to the stream shot. So he says, My simple questions are okay. Wait, so I support Cornelius. I support the shady stuff. Crimson says, my simple question: why are you blacklisted? What made people be wary of you? Rumors don't come out of nowhere. Actually, that's not true. Rumors do come out of nowhere.
That's how rumors start out of nowhere.
That's literally what rumors mean.
Because here's the thing: if rumors mean they have no basis, so they have to come out of nowhere.
Nowhere, exactly.
No, what I was trying to say, which would like more directly answer his question, was
let me read the statements and then you say that just real quick so I can catch up because I'm following mine. I thought you were white too. Oh, Cornelius thought I was white too. Really, Cornelius? That's crazy. You thought I was white? All right. So Brother Nacho says.
I thought Triforce is blue.
Oh. I wish I was blue. Brother Nacho says, if you had the opportunity to.
You want to be a Mr. Meeseeks Triforce?
No, I meant blue-black. Anyway, if you had the opportunity to represent EMP or esports in Ghana in 2020 Olympics, which brand would you select and why? EMP. You crazy? I'm not going to represent one nation in Africa. I'm going to represent EMP so I can represent Africa globally. But anyway, Jerry, I knew Triforce was black, but didn't know that he was Jamaican until the switch line. Or Cornelius said, like that movie Black Klansman. Crimson Glory says, then why do most of your ex-players say you did in some way waste their time and ask them for money? Crimson Glory?
This is what I was trying to get to.
Okay, all right, you can step in now, say it.
No, I mean, listen, if you want to say it, then it's fine. But...
Well, first of all, most of my players don't say that. That's number one. Only a handful of players have ever said I owe them money.
There were a lot of people in EMP.
Yeah, Mewtwo King says I owed him money. And then if you do the fact check, you find out not true. 2, Tampa Bison say I owe him money. That is unequivocally, categorically false. I don't owe him no money. You know what's so funny? I owe people money, but I don't owe the EMP players money. There's no contract signed that I said I have to give these players any money, blah, blah, blah. I just explained to you, a lot of these players joined because Justin was in the team. That's it.
But
it's just like the score esports
to be a little bit more specific, it's that the players joined with an expectation of, since at the time it was just literally EMP as the team in the FGC. They were like, okay, where's the money at? They see Triforce doing brand deals, so they assume Triforce just is keeping all the cash for himself, and then because they're not getting any of the money, they will leave because they get frustrated or it's taking too long. And then some of them leave on good terms like Justin Wong, but some people leave and then slander him because, again, Triforce took a lot of these people who were literally just teenagers off the streets and put them into the gaming house, so they're literally man-children by the time they leave, and essentially use Triforce as a free ride. So once the Triforce bucks ran out, they lashed out at him.
Also, you can also simply ask this very simple question. When people go, Triforce owes me money, why isn't anyone going, can we see the contract where Triforce owes you money? Why no one asks the players for the contract?
The biggest example, which is just the most fucking ridiculous one, and it's the one to where like it's the most egregious example, so I feel like any other claim that you bring up is just kind of stupid after this one's brought up. But fucking Mewtwo King, like, okay, so I don't remember all of it, but I know at some point Mewtwo King wanted a contract. Eventually you got a contract signed with him for like a couple $1,000s.
No, just literally like it started at 500 and then all of a sudden I don't know how it got to 2,500.
It started at 500. He wanted more. Because after he signed a contract for 500, then another team came and said, oh, we'll offer you this much. And then Mewtwo King was like, oh, Triforce, this team's offering me this much, so I want more now. But Triforce was like, well, you can't do that because you're signed a contract for this much. That's blackmail to say. Well, not even blackmail, but it's literally like you just can't sign a contract.
It's extortion.
Yeah, it's extortion, but it's like you're in a contract that you can't legally get out of. But Mutant King knew that Triforce doesn't have the money at the time to go through legal fees to fight anything, so all Mutant King did was make a Reddit thread making it seem like Triforce was holding Mutant King hostage and he was some kind of victim, and didn't bring up the thing about him signing the contract. So all of a sudden Triforce is the bad guy for keeping a talented Smash Bros player trapped to his dying esports org, as they said. And now that Mutant King had the court of public opinion on his side, and Triforce couldn't get the actual court to fucking tell him to cut that shit out, he just kind of dipped.
And all I could do is just watch him walk. That's it.
Yeah.
So what can I do? I can't do anything about it. And that's just what it is. And this is why the only team is alive to this day is because I'm the team now. And because I'm the team, the money that's been invested, when these players were in EMP, a lot of these players didn't want to do work. All they wanted to do was play games. There's a difference. I play games, but I also work. These guys did not want to work, man. They just wanted to play video games. That's what they like. A lot of these players just want to go on a team. Hey, this is a tournament. I've been practicing this game. Send me to this tournament so I can go beat up guys, win money at the tournament, and then get paid by their esports contract. And they just save their money. They eat. They get to go out, eat, and fly, and like you guys ever notice? I wear the same. Like, you ever notice that? These guys, you can't say that. They wear different clothes. They're getting paid, man.
Yeah.
They're getting paid and they're not doing
that's
any
a crazy
work.
thing, because it's like, okay, they're living, all these guys are living in the fucking house, right? And like, even if all of them just got even a part-time job 2 days a week, right? And for the other 5 days of the week, you're doing literally nothing but playing video games, and food is taken care of, all the light electricity bills are taken care of. It's just you're working 2 days a week, and like one of those 2 days paycheck goes to Triforce to cover the expenses. You're literally chilling, and everything would have been good. The house wouldn't have been taken over or anything. But these guys were literally just man-children who had fucking like subhuman levels of intelligence, and fucking look where it ended up. Fucking idiots.
I want to go to the subhuman, and it's not all of them. It's
Okay,
just
not subhuman, but it's like, well, the ones who. Well, I know there were some.
To those who it applies to.
Obviously, there's people who it applies to, but just like Neanderthals, man, like fucking ooga booga type shit.
Well, what's the word KDZ would call? Mongolians?
Troglodyte?
No, troglodytes. What the hell? No, the one that starts with the M.
Let us remind the people who are on the stream that Sahil's opinions are entitled to his own, and Barricada does not condone any of Sahil's words.
Listen, I'm like, listen, man, I'm like 50% of what. I'm like, listen, Triforce said that Empire Arcadia is 95% him, 5% me. I disagree. I think at least 15% of Empire Arcadia is me. At least 15%.
My man said troglodyte. What the hell is that? Mongoloid. That's the word. Mongoloid.
A mongoloid.
Yeah. KDZR says mongoloid. Yeah, Cordelia is like mongoloids. So yeah, but so Crimson, that's the reality of like what it is. I'm like, the thing is, I'm at a point in my life and age where I'm not actually even mad at any of the players. I look at that as that is just a part of the history and the growing pains that EMP had to go through to get to where we are now. If the players didn't do what they did, we probably would not have the Guinness record for the most documented tournament wins for an esports team. So at the same time, these things come with the problems and the poisons. I gotta take the blessings that we've gotten as well. And if I was able to sit down with God and he goes, you know something, if those guys didn't did what they did, you would have never gotten that record, then I'm okay with accepting that this is how we got here. So we got here, right? All we can do is learn from whatever mistakes that was made that got us here and improve on trying to, so we don't make any of those mistakes again. But that's what I'm working on right now. So, you know, and I believe that the new companies that we are in talks with, such as Color Switch and Lime Juice, this other gaming company that's gonna come that I'm gonna be into next week. Everything works out, along with Hashiv and Doctor Battles, but everything works out. We'll be okay, man. It's the waiting that's the annoying part. Damn waiting.
I just want to say, like, I was just thinking of it, like, kind of off topic, but just thinking about it, like, everybody memes about the fucking Chef Boyardee shit, but I can guarantee that while everybody was living in that house, nobody, not a single soul in that house was complaining about the Chef Boyardee they were having every day.
You know what I find funny? If Chef Boyardee was to contact me and wanted to do a sponsorship, I'd take it.
You should.
I would have took it then.
Like
I'd
how
take it
much?
then.
Like the FGC would literally, if you got a Chef Boyardee sponsorship, like on your jerseys, there's a fucking Chef Boyardee logo. The FGC community would completely implode on itself. Like it would not be able to like process that information.
I would have no problem taking Chef Boyardee sponsorship, but like I would have to reach out to them. I'd have to talk to them. I'd have to explain to them, and that would have to be something that Chef Boyardee will be willing to do. So like, it's one of those things. But they don't have any vegan Chef Boyardee stuff, so that sucks. Oh no, Chef Boyardee have mac and cheese.
Liquid gold?
It's gotta be Katie, man.
Gold.
They have their own macaroni and cheese. It's actually possible. You know something? Let me see on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm hungry now. Why'd you gotta bring up fucking macaroni?
Chef Boy R.
Yo, I have an idea.
So try first. I don't know. What's the preferred type of milk you use in the golden liquid gold recipe? 1%, 2%.
I don't use milk.
What do you use?
I use the Earth Balance vegetable oil butter, whatever you. Chef Boyardee does not have a Twitter. You know that, right?
Oh, you just put butter. Oh, you don't put any. You don't put milk at all.
I don't put no milk. This is crazy. What the hell? There is no.
So
Chef
I guess you just
Boyardee
put water and butter. You have to add some water. For the...
Huh? Well, I keep the noodles slightly wet. Yo, Chef Boyardee does not have a Twitter.
It's wild.
That's wild.
What's the parent company of Chef Boyardee? Is it Kraft?
Probably. Let me see something. Google. Parent company of Chef Boyardee. Chef Boyardee is a brand of canned pasta products sold internationally by Kanagawa Brands. The company was founded in Italian.
Being user?
It's an Italian company.
I mean, I would, but I'm not supposed to have alcohol, so I can't partake.
Zero, come down to Mid-North. We'll have a drinking contest.
You gonna fly him out?
What?
Oh.
No, I'm not flying him out. He's flying himself out. I'll pay for the tequila though.
Oh my god.
Cause I know that's what you're gonna be drinking.
Sahil, it's an Italian company.
Oh, okay. Wow, it's actually owned by an Italian company. That's surprising.
Yeah. So Crimson says, let me see what Crimson says. Nah, man, I didn't think you were white. As a matter of fact, I read an article about you way before Twitch. So you deny every single accusation against you. Categorically. You see, the thing is, Crimson, I know it's hard for you to believe that there are actually... Just like there are evil people in the world, there are good people. And I am definitely a good guy. And
Headline thought he was a good guy.
that doesn't mean I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm a good guy. I make mistakes, but I'm not a bad guy. And you have to understand what that line even means. The mistakes I make aren't the ones that like, oh, you're a demon Triforce, you did this or you did this. A mistake I'll make is like, here's an example of a mistake. Okay, here's an example of a mistake. All right, guys, I want to get X, Y, and Z amount of players in our team to go to a tournament. So I'm gonna try to raise the money to get all of us to go to a tournament. And then when I'm done raising the money or whatever, try to get a sponsor. Or at the time when I did have a job and I would get it, I'm short enough money, and I go, okay, look, we're going to the tournament. We need our best players to go to pay first to go to the tournament, and then one or two players get left behind, but they're the weakest of our players, and they go, oh man, that's fucked up. But is it? Is it? That's like in basketball, you decide, hey, everyone. There are people who are on the bench who never get to see a single game ever in the entire season. But
shout out to Jeremy Lin.
They have to sit on the bench because you have to do what's in the best interest of the team winning. So even if you sit on the bench for a year, you still get a ring, right? So that happens sometimes. Something like that. I don't accuse myself of something like that. I've been done. What else bad have I done on the team?
You were cheeky like 3 times in a row where you had me Photoshop something in place of other people.
No, I don't do it in place of other people.
We got you red chicken-handed.
It's a joke.
No. It wasn't red-handed. Like there's a Jarion for me, and I told Jarion I'm gonna ask someone else to see if I can get it. I did that to Jagan. Do that to a number of people. You always know that there's multiple ones, because I always ask multiple people to do it. Before I never asked multiple people because Keen used to do it dedicated, so he was doing it and it's done. But now because Swabby's not always available, Jarion's not always available, Jake is not always available, Poldrin is always busy. So it sometimes I'll have to ask 2 or 3 people at the same time.
So, sorry about Keen, man. I think the guard dog fell asleep, so he escaped.
So let me see something here. He says those mother effers would come out of the woodwork to try to get back on EMP. Jarion says they do have a Twitter, Chef Boyardee. No, that's not a. Let me see. Is this what I just get? Oh, they do have a Twitter. 10,000 followers. I have more followers. When was their last tweet? July 20th. They're not really active, but I wonder if they're interested in esports. I'll reach out to them.
I wonder if they're interested in esports.
Hey, the esports scene needs to eat, man. Just like how you have candy bar for esports, why can't you have Chef Boyardee? Chef Boyardee is more nutritious, I'll tell you that much. Alright, so let me go back to the conversation.
What about Slim Jim sponsorship?
Cornelia, it's an American home food. Okay. Crimson says 0. I don't know who's talking to that. Alright, Crimson says, I believe you are good people, but my question is, do you deny every single accusation?
Didn't you just say that?
Yeah, I said I categorically deny every single negative accusation that has been put to me from the gaming community is all a lie, 100%. I put my firstborn child on it.
Dude, listen, Crimson, whatever your name is. Listen, I've been here over 2 years now. Literally, there hasn't been. We get at least one new troll at least every month who's like consistent, right? There has not been a single claim that's like said about him like online or anywhere else that Triforce hasn't been able to like successfully like completely dispute. Like you can go look for any claim if you want, be my guest, but you're just wasting your time.
I'll shut that shit. You know what's so funny?
You're just following the same path.
You know what's so funny, Crimson? People who have made claims against me, I told them that I'm willing to discuss with them publicly about their claims. And you know why none of them ever, and I mean none of them ever say, okay, let's have this public conversation about what you owe me, Triforce, or what you did wrong, is because they know I got the files and I'm going to shit on them. They know this. They know. They know. They know I'm not. I literally, unlike other black people, I record everything, and I mean everything.
I don't mean it.
You know.
So let me see something here. So in context,
files
you did.
to the e-files.
Wait, hold on.
There's like the level 1 security clearance e-files, and then, you know.
I have code DEFCON 5 black. All types of
DEFCON
shit.
5 triple X black.
See, so in context, you did do shady stuff and such, but you say you're a good guy. No, that's not what I said. This is about the truth and morals. No, I do not do anything shady. Did you approach Mr. Wizard for help? Did I? Well, it depends. What type of help are you talking about? Maybe? I don't recall. Like,
who's Mr. Wizard?
He's one of the guys that run Evil.
Mr. Sandman.
Could be, I don't know. It
And
depends.
he's asking for help in what regard? Like help?
Yeah, I need to know the details for that, because that's so many years. I don't recall going to Mr. Wizard for help, and if I did, what did I go to help for him for? What? Hey, Mr. Wizard, I'm short on cash or something. Help me out. Mr. Wizard, I'm thirsty. Can I get a drink? Or Mr. Wizard, one of my players didn't sign up on time for esport for Evo. Can you let him rock? Or like, I don't know. Let me know. I would need to know. Esports has a beer. Oh, also AFK beer. Wow, to do. I didn't even know that. And Jerryon says their last tweet was in July, but they reply all the time. Their last reply was a few days ago. Triforce, do you deny that you stack paper to the ceiling and ride on 24H crew?
Triforce, do you deny the existence of your G5?
Like, oh man, that I wish I had a G5. I'd sell it.
Listen, Trevor, one day, I swear. Listen, one day, okay?
I'm gonna get a G5.
If there's any divine providence in this fucking hellscape we call planet, then one day, the fucking cherry on top of all the trials and tribulations you've ever been through is when you have your own G5. That'll just be too fucking funny.
I'll get a G5. So let me see something here. They reply all the time. Let me see. Chef Boy RD. You can send them messages. Why is these? Who's this black rapper? Who the hell is this? When worlds collide, goodness happens. Check out Little Yachi and Donny Osmos in the Chef Boyardee throwback remix. What? What am I watching here?
The good stuff.
He's mind fucked.
I am. Hold on. I gotta mute the. Let me mute the Discord. No, let me mute the stream so I can listen to this rap. There's a rap? Oh my god. There is a rap. Oh no. This is disgusting. So what I think is the CEO of Chef Boyardee is actually doing. Oh man, I'm just gonna put the tweet in the. I'm gonna put the tweet in the Discord. Like this has to stop. Listen to that YouTuber.
When worlds collide, goodness happens.
Listen to this. No.
Literally,
This has got to stop. Oh my god. Just
oh no.
Please. No, just no. What the hell?
I'm done. I'm fucking done.
See, I cannot deal with that. I cannot deal with. There are many things I can deal with. That I cannot deal with.
Alright, try first. Listen.
The only good news about that is that
try first.
Yeah.
Listen, okay. You have two choices: either kill yourself or be strapped to a chair with your eyelids forced open and like your ears, like you can't plug them, listening to that for 1 year.
I already
Oh, you
told
mean
you
Get
I
Out?
have an auto anti-killing program in me, so I can't.
But you say after listening to Chef Boyardee for
I would have
1 year.
I'd be stuck. I would have no choice. You know something? You know something?
Well,
I'm gonna cause some controversy here. I'm gonna tweet to Chef Boyardee.
Oh,
I thought
no.
about getting into esports.
Trappers don't. That's something people are gonna fucking screen cap and meme.
Yeah, that's true. Keep EMP relevant for a little bit. It'll update. It's just a question. Let me see. Hey, Chef. Alright, Chef Wiley. Ever thought about
Wait.
getting
From
into-
which Twitter are you doing this from? From your Twitter or from
Yeah.
Empire
No, I'm
Games?
doing it from my. No, I'm not doing. I can't do that from the team's. That would look bad. I can do it from my Twitter. I'll just tweet it.
Yo, this is like the 6th Jangmo I find, and it's only 5%. I hate my life right now. And we're fucking wrecked with.
Is it ideal with an L or ID? Ideal. Which one is the one with like the?
Oh no, he did another fucking cosplay. Kill me.
Sahil, which ideal is it with the L or just the A?
There's an ideal without an L.
Yes. Ideal. IDEA. And then you have ideal. So I'm just gonna assume it's with the L.
That's idea, not ideal.
Say.
There's idea and ideal.
Yes, idea.
It's two
Idea.
different things.
Okay, which one?
Idea
Ideal is
is
what?
a thought. Ideal.
Idea
something
is
that
I
you
have an
would
idea.
prefer of
An
one.
ideal is an abstract, like, an ideal is an abstract notion of like how things ought to be.
Okay, Sahil, F you.
What do you? What?
I was talking, nigga.
Oh.
Like you never pay attention. Like
Well, listen, I'm
you
better
love
at
the
breaking
sound of
down a
your
meaning of
voice.
words, so it's probably better off me explaining.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out which version of ideal I'm using. So ideal is like a concept. And so it's IDEA, right?
Yeah, that's idea, not ideal.
Okay. And ideal is like someone's principles or
Yes.
the way they see things.
Yes, exactly.
All right, so I'm tweeting it. So tomorrow this tweet will have like 40,000 retweets.
Right.
Kind of like, like Hitler's ideal was restoring Germany's former glory, but Hitler's idea was gassing the Jews.
Whoa.
damn, you really went there.
So let's see here. I got a G5. It's a Pontiac. Little Yachty. Trash rapper. Okay, start the party with Chef Boyardee. Oh no, stop. Oh god. They should just kill themselves. I don't even know what the hell I'm even watching. Read above message, Triforce. Am I wrong? Read above message. What above message? You had said something, you said, so in context, you did do shady stuff? I told you no. I did nothing shady. if I did something shady, I would actually be successful. That's how you know I didn't do anything shady. Ugh. I just want to see. I want to see what's gonna happen. I want to see what people say.
Yo.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
So it's taking so much in me not to summon right now. I still haven't got my pity thing broken, so I'm at 7.5% now. I want to summon though. 2 more days.
So the CEO of Twitter and Square says he's moving to Africa for at least 3 months next year because the continent will define the future.
So wait, Square what?
The CEO of Twitter and Square.
Jack Dorsey.
Yeah. So
He's moving to Africa. Okay. Probably.
I just find that funny. You tell black people, go back home to Africa. No, don't go back home to Africa. In Africa, but like, oh man, this is wild.
I mean, it's not really like the implementation is obviously important, but like just in general, like once everywhere else in the world has been urbanized to a point where they participate to like a large degree in like the world economy, the only place left is Africa. So obviously, you know, China's been hitting its boom like in the last 15 years. India's hitting its boom as we speak, and China's already built pretty much a wall of influence around India to where they're kind of controlled by them. So they're not gonna exceed China ever, probably. So all that's left is Africa. But like, it doesn't mean that. Like, this doesn't mean. This isn't fucking 19th century European colonialism. It's very different from that. Hey guys, we got antibiotics now. We can survive in Africa now. Let's go rape it
again. I want to
No, I mean, I don't think Africa is gonna turn out anywhere near as bad as it did before. Like, obviously, there's gonna be some countries that just become like completely under external influence, but I think for the most part, Africa will be fine.
It will never be what it is again. They had the one chance to literally take Africa and they missed it.
No. Well, they did. They did take it. Everything was colonized except for, was it Ethiopia? There was one small.
Only Ethiopia.
It was only Ethiopia. Outside Ethiopia, everything else was colonized, and essentially it was like this really weird, like fucking smorgasbord. Like what happened was, I think it was the Berlin Conference of like 18 something, where all the European countries got together and they were pretty much like, okay, listen, technology's advanced to the point where like the guns are our black powder technology is advanced to the point where Africans can't really do anything against our military. So we know that we're pillaging Africa, but let's just not fight each other while we're in Africa about who gets what lands. Let's just divide it up over here during the Berlin Conference. And then they kind of just drew the lines, and then they went in and like enacted those lines. But it didn't sustain because eventually, after World War II, after World War II, the entire idea of like global imperialism just kind of died out for like liberal democracies. So, like, didn't really work. Can't happen again.
1 second. I'm gonna tweet that. Okay, so I'll put that in both the chats. So Crimson says, Triforce, do you only feel that Africa needs someone like you to pioneer the infrastructure? One, I'm not pioneering the infrastructure. The infrastructure is already there. It's just not strong. My job is to help strengthen the current infrastructure that they have, or improve it, or evolve it, whatever. But the notion of that I'm some type of messiah or soul savior.
I think you. Listen, Travis, you do what you want, but I feel like you need to lean into that. Like, I feel like you need to make yourself like as you said, EMP runs off of you, right? You like building the mystique of Triforce is something like as a greater force. I think
people if they want to see me as a messiah, they have the right. If they want to do that, by all means they can do that. But one, I am not, and number two, I will not. What's the word for this? I will not. I don't want to say the word support. I just won't follow. I won't follow through with that notion. You have to understand that's a double-edged sword. Even if I am, I will get so much negative feedback, not just from people outside of Africa, but from my own African people. There are people in Africa right now. I'll be having conversations with them, and so I'll be in these groups, right, on WhatsApp. And these groups are to network with other African companies, startups, entrepreneurs, etc., etc. I purposely let everyone just pop off, rock off, pop off and rock off. They'll be like, so everyone, tell us what you're into and what you're trying to do and yada yada. People be talking in there. Some people are in farming and agriculture. Some people are in real estate. The typical blah blah blah. They get to me. Right, I was invited into the group by just to let you know. I run an esports team, yada yada yada. This is what we do. We want to use technology and entertainment to help strengthen Africa's position in the technology industry by using video games as a building up industry, yada yada yada. People start asking questions. So, word. So what's your plans? I tell them the plan, yada yada, this, that, and explain to them how Africa can rise up as one of the most powerful powerhouses, where our team stands, what we've done, all of our accolades, and people just ask me questions or whatever, and then I'll get random comments like this. Okay, so cool. So let's not lose focus of the group. Triforce, you're not the only one out here trying to save Africa from blah blah blah. One, I never said I was out here saving Africa. That's number one. But why did the person say that? Because, see, so I don't even want to go into that direction. I am not some messiah here to save Africa. This is the entire point. This is the entire point that was being made about the thing with the Gachikun guy, right? Gachikun goes to Africa South Africa. He goes to a village of ours, and we see our people out there in that poor part of South Africa in the village with no shirt on, shorts, two different types of shoes, and it's like the only thing that's even first world is the PlayStation 4 that they're playing Street Fighter 5 on, and it blows up. He's considered a hero, the whole 9 yards. Blah blah blah. People go, we should talk more about people like this who's out there doing stuff like this for the scene. Okay, literally we do a Twitter campaign where we show that there are other people in Africa that are African doing X, Y, and Z, but it's not talked about. And that's just what it is. When it's a black person doing it, you have to be careful what you say and what you do, because if you don't, people will use it against you and say that you're trying to grandstand and all this other stuff. So I'm not going to play in that Messiah role. I don't even want the Messiah role. I'm not trying to save anybody. I'm trying to build options. People need to save themselves. Let me see something what he says here. Crimson says, it was just a legit question. I know, that's why I was answering it. I remember you blew up a few streams back and said Africa's not ready. Africa isn't ready. When another white YouTuber made a doc regarding gaming in Africa. What? You gotta put some context to that. That's very vague. You saying that I said Africa isn't ready? I don't recall me ever saying Africa isn't ready for esports. No way. When another white YouTuber made a doc regarding gaming in Africa. You have to refresh my memory on that, Chris. Who's a white YouTuber and what documentary they made regarding gaming in Africa? I don't recall that at all. Anyway, I'm gonna put in about 3:10. I gotta get up at 7 o'clock. 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. That's 4 hours from now. That's crazy. My flight is what time? You cutting it pretty close, Force. You playing some dangerous games here, B. Dangerous. Okay, my flight is 10:30 a.m. So I have to be at the airport by 9. That means I can leave Billy's house by 8. That means I have to get up at 7. I have to get up by 7. I gotta leave out here by 8. Billy did go to sleep early, so I gotta get up at 7. 7:30 the latest. Alright, so I'm gonna do 15 more minutes, guys, and then I'm hitting the SIDAC. Right, and then this pig. Okay. That's how much time we put it. So, wow, we've been streaming for 3 hours. I was supposed to only be on for an hour and a half or 2. You guys are playing Pokemon in the room? Ooh, the new Poker Rap. But it name says F my life. Oh my goodness. I hate when bugs are on my goddamn laptop. I'm forced to kill them. Because there's no other way. I got 5 comments already. JP, you are so stupid, JP. I swear to you, you're an idiot. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Look what JP replies to Chef Boyardee with. This man could get you anything. You might want to think about it. You see, this is why. All right, so look in the Discord and look in the YouTube chat. This is why we can't have nice things. So he says, please don't miss the flight and get stranded. I wouldn't get stranded. That'd be at Billy's house. I didn't buy the flight. Billy did. A quite recent doc about 2 people making a doc on Africa gaming. If it's a recent doc, man, I don't know what you're talking about because it can't be recent. I've been literally my first look into Africa for esports came back in like 2009, and in 2000, what?
I think it was the last 2. The tweet I posted.
All right.
Not that.
Triforce, now I really know why you blacklisted. Thanks for all the explanations, which are mostly vague and denial. Wow. Man, listen, I'm. They're not vague and they're not denial. I cannot make you understand. You want to believe what you want to believe. Do your thing, man. Do you know why you forget? Because it's too much lies and you can't keep up. With that, I conclude my questions. I appreciate your time. Okay. Did you guys see the tweet that JP made?
Yep.
Stupid. My brother Natural, sorry I had to step off for the chat. Did you explain why Gutex was trying to get you blacklisted on the West Coast? I don't know if Gutex was trying to get me blacklisted. If he was, I didn't pay any attention to it to acknowledge it. So, and that's me being honest. If he was trying to blacklist me, then I would not know.
後までご一緒したかった。
This girl on TV looks so lost. A Cabanao effect. Alright guys, I gotta unbox this Switch. I guess when I get home I got a lot of work to do, so I feel a little bit better mentally. And just sitting out talking with you guys was good for the mental and spiritual whatever. 'Cause like, yeah, so Sahil left the room?
Yep.
In a minute.
Probably went to go play League. In any event,
No.
guys.
You want to play the Dragalia content with Megaman,
Oh.
which is what I'm playing with.
Oh. Gotta stretch. Oh man. Big city.
無茶は控えます。
Alright guys, let me get going. I gotta get ready. When I reach tomorrow, I'll probably come to Discord for about an hour or so. I said an hour and a half
無
today,
茶は
it ended
控
up
えます。
maybe 12 minutes or whatever. I'll probably just come and just chill and relax with you guys for a little bit. On Saturday, I have to ring fit, and the best part is now, whenever going to Rion's house, I don't have to bring my Switch with me. I can just bring, my laptop because now Rion has a Switch. We'll probably have to bring a fuck out of it, so we can probably use his Switch for certain things, and then my Switch stays. So we have some stuff we're gonna work out on. Little by little. See what happens to me. No, I'm not talking about the street.
It's every time.
I think
When you're saying bye to the YouTube chat, I'm doing the same thing.
that guy Crimson. Do you think that Crimson guy was because I think that was Deatho. Same questions over and over. His last statement, I didn't even read it. He said, I'm sorry. No, he said, how can an entire community hate this man? Which isn't an entire community. What's the reason? I don't get it. A 45-year-old man that doesn't have a house, a steady income, job, nor any savings and such. I feel sad for him. This guy is stupid. First of all, those babies can't even be real.
GP.
You guys think Trevor, you're taking too damn long. You're gonna complain that you need to fucking sleep, and you're not sleeping right now. Get the fuck to sleep. I gotta charge my
Go
damn
to
phone.
sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. In the I gotta get up at 7:30, and then I gotta take the Switch out of the box, throw it into my bag. Oh, my other stuff is packed up, so I don't have to worry about it. And then,
みんなで分け合おう。勝機を逃すな。行くぞ。
家事は全部私の担当なの。おかげで戦える。おかげで戦える。
I'll talk to y'all tomorrow when I get back into gym. All right.
Aye.
Alright.
Thanks for the help, everybody.
I fucking hate these random encounter rates! Fucking hell, it's pissing me off. I found one fucking Gumi like at a decent time, and I needed another one. And then like I finally fucking got it, and I still can't get this fucking Terminator. Fucking hate filling out the living decks. Bro, encounter rates are just fucking horrendous in this game. I've never struggled so much just to find one fucking Pokemon. And the thing is, I already found Terminator before. So much fucking easier. And I gave it to Ambery when he gave me Drampa. And I'm like, you know what? Keep it since you're giving me Drampa. I fucking hate shit. Screw refund. That's not how that works, Alice. Anyways, I'm almost done with the fucking living decks. I need 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 more Pokemon, and my living dex is complete. Why the fuck am I still fishing here? I might as well try. Is this one shiny? Cool. It's not. Rip. A lot of them are like fucking starters, fucking pseudo legendaries, fucking Darumaka. Fuck, I'm just gonna breed that shit, honestly. Fuck, I'm breeding Darumaka. I know you wouldn't fucking do it. Alright, let's run. Swine up, which I was about to go reset the weather for. Feebas, Clink, Turtonator, Darumaka, Charmander, Charmander. I can just breed that shit. I kind of have to. So Valai, you want to raise the happiness of a fucking type null? And I still need to catch Zamazenta in this fucking copy. Like, oh shit, I didn't mean to run into that. What do you have to do that? Like, what do you have to do that? What do you mean? For happiness? Just ride around with the Pokemon. Give it like a fucking Soothe Bell or... What's the other item? There's 2 items. One of the instances, I think. I don't remember. Anyways. Just give it that, ride around, and just wait for the happiness to fucking get max. And then, or to 200 plus, and then you can, it evolves upon level up. Anyways, I'm gonna trade these Pokemon already. Cause I want to clear most of this fucking list out. And see exactly what's all I have left. Cause I literally have this shit fucking me. If my phone fucking responds to the thing I just inputted. Hello? Oh my god, is that... right there. Alright. Discord. Essentially, that's what I started with. And all the check marks are the ones I've already got. And the ones that aren't checked are the ones that I need. Like, that's from the moment I completed my Pokedex. What all I needed. to do for my fucking living ducks. I just need to breed them. That's it. Cause I'm getting like, essentially what the living dex is just having one of every Pokemon. Fuck Magma, what the hell? Oh, I mean shit, if you don't want them, I'll just take them. Yeah, you just... Here, hold on. Let me connect to the internet. Are you on the game right now? Okay. Same code as always. Get out of the grass before it fucking runs into me. Oh my god. That fucking Turtonator pissed me off. It's getting to be stupid. Alright, what was I going? Oh yeah, I was gonna go reset the weather. Here. Get that snowing weather. I think it's snow. Or is it snowstorm? Snowstorm. Is this you, JP? Yes, it is. Okay. Oh wait, did I ever do this one? I don't care. Alright, what's the thing? Snowstorm, February 1st. And then I need to go... Where did it go? Axe's Eye and Rolling Fields. Fuck, I forget what Rolling Field is. Where's the map? My Discord. Hit the messages. Cause I can't. I don't know what the Spanish name. What the hell, JP? Why'd you cancel? Oh, I didn't fucking press trade it. Never mind. That's my bad.
Try first, go to bed.
Oh, Squovit? You don't want Squovit? Alright. Here, I'll give you a nicket. Or as the cool kids call it, nigger.
What?
U-turn, stop. Oh, Rolling Fields is the first area. Alright. I gotta fucking learn these fucking wild area locations. Ooh, I just got honey. I got a Pokeball and more honey. Alright, get the fuck away. Those are deli birds. Oh wait, hold on. Is it random encounters? Oh yeah, it's random encounters. Alright, grass patch. Give me swine up. That's a deli bird. Not at all what I was going for. Yes, you can. Why is it up here? Okay. What is it? Wow. Swine. Just remember this trade. Okay. I swear, if this shit hatches shiny, that's crazy. That'd be one to remember. A random fucking egg JP just gave me hatch shiny. I'm done with the game.
Shiny.
Damn, really be like that? Alright, I got swine up. Let me check that off. My list. You don't want it? Sure. Oh. Nigga. You can keep that. Just release him, the fuck? It's taken care of. Clink. Oh, it's actually science right here. Oh fuck, I gotta go around me. The lake of it. Girados Vanillite. Hey look, Sahil, it's your favorite Pokemon. Wait, is this random encounters too? Yes it is.
What?
Bronzong.
Oh, it's not my favorites. Like top 10.
It's Amazenta. I need to catch it on my game. I haven't caught it yet. It's like I've completed my decks. I'm just getting one of every Pokemon GP. So like, that's why I was getting frustrated about not being able to find the second fucking Goomy. Cause I needed to evolve into a Sliggly.
Honestly, Quick Ball is the best Pokeball design.
I like it, but like,
I think it's my favorite.
yep, it would GP.
Great Ball is also pretty good. I like Great Ball way better than Ultra Ball. I never liked Ultra Ball.
My favorite is Luxury.
Really? Luxury always looked kind of whack to me.
You look kind of whack to me, but that's just me. Fucking Beware just charged at me.
Netball is kind of cool.
I don't prefer Dive Ball.
Love
Even
ball.
though Heal Ball is her favorite. or something.
Yo, I actually caught the fucking Eternatus in a Love Ball because it's a guaranteed catch.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it, Love Ball.
I never understood Premier Ball.
It's just there.
Yeah.
Joseph Hill. This is
Run away!
Sakal,
Yeah.
you played the Megaman event yet?
Yeah. I didn't do
Wait,
everything.
I legit
'cause
just
I'm
fucking caught this shit.
studying.
Why am I fucking looking for it?
Okay.
I did.
Started.
Spoiler alert. when you finish Wily Expert, Megaman's Trial opens up on the story button, and it's hard.
Just finishing
Yeah, I figured there's gonna be something difficult, just like the Fire Emblem Heroes crossover.
No, but-
Like most of it's pretty easy until you clear all the normal content, and then like the secret boss.
no, but this is hard. Like
okay.
stupid hard.
So
not
essentially,
Fire
GP,
Emblem
when you're
hard.
not doing anything, instead of just running around mindlessly doing shit, just catch Pokemon that you don't see the Pokeball on the top, on the right, like for. Like, just check your Pokedex and see which ones you don't have, or just run around in the wild area. And hold on, look, let me run into this snow run. So if you look in the HP bar, all the way to the right of the HP bar, if there's not a circle that looks like a Pokeball that's red, that means you haven't caught it. So that means you need that one for your Pokedex. So go ahead and catch it, and then look it up, and if it evolves, evolve it. If it doesn't, then you pretty much good to go for that Pokemon. It's essentially just catching whatever you can and just filling it out like that, and then like say like version exclusives, talk to which one do you have? I always forget. Sword? Alright, talk to Keen and Ambre, since they both have shield for the exclusives, and they can literally just trade you one and then trade it back, and then it'll give you the dex entry. Keen just doesn't like helping you.
Keen is keen.
Alright, oh yeah, I was gonna trade these Pokemon.
Oh, that's another one. I like Snorunt, but I hate Frostlass and Glalie. I don't like either of them.
I like them both. But Snorunt is just my favorite, like, of the entire line.
Yeah, Snorunt just by himself is great.
Who the fuck did I find? What the hell? Oh, I'm online, that's why. I forgot to switch it back to local. Disconnect from the internet. He's alive!
Heard you're trying to finish your Pokédex. You already did
Amber,
12 hours.
Amber, do you have your living dex yet?
Not yet.
I'm almost there, dude.
I
Amber,
need 71 more. What's up?
you missed it. Chandler came to chat. He started vaping again.
Oh, you hate to see it, man.
You hate to see it, man. He didn't want us to tell you. He was embarrassed. He was like, "Fuck, I don't want him to know," because he really wants me to do better, man. I feel embarrassed now. Like I let him down.
I didn't expect much though.
Damn.
Hang on.
Soothe Bell. Dude,
Yeah, it's Sooth Bell, but like I'm pretty sure, I'm almost certain there was another fucking item you can get. I just don't remember what the fuck it
also
is.
Feed them berries. Stuff berries down his
Fuck the
throat.
berries. Unless I just like always had 2 Sooth Bells. Like,
地道な努力が成長へ
oh yeah, and if you capture a Pokemon in a luxury ball, it also increases happiness.
Well, isn't it that it starts you off with higher happiness? Alright.
If you capture your Pokemon in a luxury ball, the increase in happiness is much larger than if in a normal ball.
Which one starts you off with higher happiness? Wait, is that
I
a thing?
think. No. The friend ball is. What the fuck does the friend ball do? Hang on, let me look. Pokeball. Friend ball.
Friend Ball is your catch when the Pokemon is much friendlier towards you.
How can a Pokemon be friendly towards you if you haven't caught it yet?
Friend.
Oh no. Okay. It doesn't have increased capture rate, but it does set the happiness of the Pokemon capture with it to 200 automatically.
Yeah.
That's the ball you're thinking.
初めてのことは
Yeah.
何でも難しい
Just did it.
Can we agree the worst Pokeball is the fucking oh, what's it called? The lure ball? No, the fucking what's the yellow apricorn Pokeball? It's like yellow with like a red thing on it.
Oh, fastball?
No, not the fastball is decent. Is it like level ball? No.
No, level ball's more red. It was more like a tan or peach with like brown on top. And then, I can't think of what you're talking about.
No, it's a level ball. It's a level ball.
Oh.
Yeah. That's my least favorite Pokeball.